Attack on Titan has officially ended, and it honestly hurts. Don't get me wrong, the ending was astounding, but it hurts in the same way as seeing a longtime friend move away, knowing that you'll never be able to see him again. What's up, Clown Crew? I hope you're having a good day. I wanted to make this video to give my thoughts on the final episode of Attack on Titan, and to explain why the series ended the way that it did. So please like and subscribe if you find value in this content. Attack on Titan ended the way it did through a combination of both Eren and Ymir's actions. Eren had been feeding his younger self, and perhaps every single previous owner of the Attack Titan, memories to influence their actions in order to bring him to the point of causing the rumbling. Meanwhile, Ymir had been waiting 2,000 years for the right person to come along in order to free her from her torturous love of King Fritz. Nobody can know the depths of Ymir's heart and why she chose to do things this way. However, we do know that Mikasa was the only one who could have ended Ymir's 2,000-year-long imprisonment and set her free. She did this by having the strength to do what Ymir could never have done, which was killing the love of her life. Mikasa chose to kill Eren, but to never forget him, thus ending the 2,000-year-long cycle of hate. Attack on Titan is hands down my favorite piece of media ever created. Not just anime, not just cinema, but my favorite piece of media ever. It has been a part of my life for almost a decade. I still remember the very first commercials on Toonami back in 2014 advertising for Attack on Titan. It was the very first anime I ever watched, and although I stopped watching after about 10 episodes at the time, it always maintained a special place in my mind. I picked up watching the anime again and started reading the manga in summer 2019, and I was hooked. My opinion on the ending was that it was great. I don't really understand why manga fans were so upset and salty about Eren being a bird or him wrapping his scarf around Mikasa or whatever they were angry about. That may have been their reaction to how it ended and that was them just coping with it, but I felt that the ending was great, albeit really grim and messed up. Leave it to someone like Hajime Isayama to create such beautiful but fucked up characters. Eren being a slave to freedom and Ymir carrying out the rumbling in order to bring Mikasa to her to set her free from her love for King Fritz was the type of 5D chess move that only Isayama could have created. When I first read the manga, the panels detailing what happened to Paradis in the far, far future had not come out yet. When I ultimately saw them, I was astounded because without using any words, these panels conveyed the message of Attack on Titan perfectly. That message is, as long as there are people, there will be conflict, but as long as there are people, there will also be hope. Most of the time people want a happy ending, but I think Attack on Titan gave us the unhappy ending that we deserved. The scene that tugged on my heartstrings the most was the scene of Eren and Armin kneeling together in the pool of blood. Armin realized that he was in part to blame for the rumbling because he gave Eren an unrealistic vision of what the outside world was. Don't get me wrong, Eren bears the full responsibility for genociding literally 80% of the world, but that perspective of Armin realizing that his choices led up to this result shows how our current reality is the result of all of our choices. Eren's decision to essentially make himself the ultimate arch-villain while making his friends heroes of the world demonstrates the love that he has had for them ever since his childhood. In this scene, Eren also breaks down and admits to Armin that he was the wrong person to have inherited this power. His words were, and I quote, "A garden variety idiot who inherited such massive power," really summarizes his personality quite accurately. He was a child perpetually throwing a temper tantrum who gained the power to destroy the world and wanted to use it to save his friends. In the end, Armin and Eren realized that if there was a hell, they would both be going to it, but at least they would be together. I guess Isayama really did want to cause pain to his readers. Although Attack on Titan is now over, much like Mikasa, I will never forget it. Not only was it one of the most epic, intriguing, and well-crafted stories ever written, but it has motivated me and inspired me to do a lot with my life. The footage you are watching right now is footage of me flying an airplane. I was heavily motivated to start my flight training after watching Attack on Titan and seeing the Survey Corps' Wings of Freedom and their mission to pursue understanding and freedom. Before I end this video, I want to say that my favorite character in all of Attack on Titan is Connie Springer. I love how his character combines both comic relief and a more serious side, and I also like how he is the one who's supposed to be an idiot, but who is honestly smarter than everyone gives him credit for. Thank you very much for sticking around to the end, Clown Crew. Please let me know if you want to see more of this type of content, and like and subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you very much, and remember, dedicate your hearts.